ये था मेरा इंडियन सिनेमा। तो मैं इसे पढ़ता रहता हूँ। द पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ द फीमेल मेंबर्स हैज़ बीन फर्दर इंश्योर्ड। करंट अफेयर्स वी आल्सो डिस्कस अबाउट। माय जिगरी दोस्तों, इसमें कहाँ गया? अब नहीं मिल रहा मेरा, उधर होगा। चलो, जो मेरे पास मिल जाता है उसको पढ़ा जाए। चलिए आइए देख लिया जाए इसमें कौन कौन है जो है। नवंबर और दिसंबर, अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर 3 महीने का करंट अफेयर्स मेरे पास है। तो भी मैं इसका दिसंबर का देख रहा था। इसमें छोटी छोटी चीज़ें देखता जा रहा हूँ। ठीक है, दिसंबर होगा, फिर अक्टूबर होगा, पूरे महीने तो मेरे पास है। हाँ, दिया उत्तर प्रदेश इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड शो UPITS 2025। तो देखिए ये जो सेशन है केवल पढ़ने का सेशन है, और आप लोग जुड़िए अधिक से अधिक और बताने की कोशिश करिए कि आपको कौन सा। इसके बाद मेरा एनडीए का जो क्वेश्चंस इसमें पेपर है बचे हुए हैं, तो इसमें देख लेंगे क्या चीज़ है, कैसे है। उत्तर प्रदेश इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड शो UPITS 2025। The Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the third Uttar Pradesh International Trade Show, and UPITS 2025 is a Greater Noida, where the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath showcased the state transformation into the growth engine, emphasizing the success of the startups and the increasing global demand of our Uttar Pradesh products. UPITS 2025 at the India Expo Center, Mart, Greater Noida. The event hosts over the 2250 exhibition and 550 plus international buyers and 80 countries, with the stalls representing all 75 districts of Uttar Pradesh. Organized under the theme Ultimate Sourcing begins here. This event showcases diverse products from the Bhadoi carpet to the Pratapgarh gooseberry snacks along some 150 centimeter UA stalls and 25 Swad Uttar Pradesh stalls. UPITS 2024-2025 and strengthen Uttar Pradesh role as one of the India's top exporting state by the promoting MSME exports, GI based branding and artisans empowerments. Record women participation in the Manregas, MRGES in the UP. Women participation in Manregas in Uttar Pradesh has reached records 42.31%, marking the significant shift in the rural economic roles and the gender empowerment despite ongoing challenge in the sustaining employment opportunities. Despite this growth, the figure remains below the national average of 53%, primarily due to systematic barriers such as the physically demanding work, lack of the creche facility, and wage disparities, seasonal job function fluctuation, and the delayed payments, which is discourage continuous engagement. Factors driving the rise: economic pressure, inflation, limited job. The option have exposed more women to the sick work is under the Manregas, MGNRES, changing the mindset rural communities, or the increasing accessing women in the ways labor roles traditionally held by men. Government initiatives, staff efforts to strengthen self-help groups and rural livelihoods mission have is the encourage women's participation. Post-pandemic migration, with men migrating the urban area post COVID-19, women have stopped in the field in the rural employment gap. UP marks and the World Tourism Day. Uttar Pradesh celebrated World Tourism Day 2025 with the event across the state, emphasizing sustainable tourism, community participation, and inclusive growth to promote the responsible travel and local development. Theme 2025 Tourism and Sustainable Transformation Uttar Pradesh Tourism Policy 2022. About the policy aim to promote the sustainable and inclusive tourism, ensuring the visitors' satisfaction, economic growth, and the preservation of the cultural.
इसका एक 3 हजार एग्जाम्पल है कि
हाँ, द केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एसिड है। हाँ, एसिड का केमिकल रासायनिक प्रक्रिया है वह।
फैक्ट्री लिविंग
हाँ, लिख लेना पूरा। हाँ, लिखना है पूरा। जैसे जिंक को जब क्या H2SO4 का रिएक्शन रखते हैं तो जिंक जो यहाँ से बनकर क्या JnS4 बन जाएगा, हाइड्रोजन विस्थापित हो जाए, डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो जाएगा। हाँ, सब पूरा। कोई दिक्कत नहीं, लिखते जाओ बस केवल। बस जो नहीं समझा नाम उसका पढ़ लो। UPSC 2 लोग है। इसमें दिया हुआ फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव्स, फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेचिव इट प्रोवाइड एक्सटेंसिव एंड सपोर्ट इंक्लूडिंग। इसमें त्योहार और चल रहा है ना, सब बच्चे शादी, वो इस त्योहार पर शादी का त्योहार वही लगन शादी का त्योहार है। अरे क्या बताए। And participation including it the financial incentives हो चुका है 10 to 25% up to the 2 to 40 crore based on investment size, 5% interest subsidy on bank loan up to 5 crore for 5 years, 100% exemption on the stamp duty, land conversions fees and EPF reimbursement, additional benefit for the tier 2 plus cities, women entrepreneurs and SC/ST backward class investors. Focus area, the policy prioritizes the development of ecotourism, wildlife sanctuaries, trekking, camping, heritage wellness, MIC, and the amusement parks through the PPP models. थोड़ा तो 2-2 पेज पढ़ते रहे ना, 2-2 पेज खत्म हो जाएगा जल्दी। समय लगेगा लेकिन धीरे खत्म हो जाता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इरिगेशन एंड प्रमोशन ऑफ दैट अल्टरनेटिव्स इसमें दिया हुआ है ना। फिर that is the energy resources. Okay, financial impact, the implementation of these the revised rules which not entail any additional financial burden on the state government, as the expenditure will be met through the existing DMF corpus. Monitoring system to ensure the transparency and accountability at state level. Monitoring committee chaired by the vice chief secretary will be established to supervise the implementation of projects under the Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana PMKKY and ensure the efficient and effective utilization of DMF funds. Important facts: District Mineral Foundation DMF. Achha. Established under the Mines and Mineral Development and Regulation Amendment Act 2015 to District Mineral Foundation DMF is not profit trust formed by the state government district affected by mining activities, and the mining activities its primary goal is to ensure the welfare of the mining affect the people and promote sustainable development of these regions. Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana, launched by the Prime Minister Mines, the PMK aims to utilize DMF fund from the welfare and the sustainable development of the people and area affected by mining operations. Objectives: implement welfare project that is complement existing government scheme in the mining regions. Mitigate that negative impact of the mining on that is environment and local communities. Promote the sustainable livelihoods and inclusive growth in the mining affected areas. UP tops in Inspire Award Manak schemes. Uttar Pradesh has set a new national record by the securing the highest number of the nomination 2.8 lakhs under the Inspire Award Manak Millions Minds, augmenting the national aspiration and the knowledge scheme, showcasing the state growing the emphasizing student-led innovation and scientific creativity. Uttar Pradesh registered 2.8 lakhs nomination under the Inspire Award Manak schemes, the highest since the scheme inception, and marking and the impressive increase the 17 70,000 from the last year, 2.1 lakhs nomination. Top performing district Pratapgarh 7085, Prayagraj 66929, Lucknow 6721, Hardoi 6689, Uttar Pradesh list to country, followed by Rajasthan 1.41 lakhs and Karnataka 1.0 lakhs, and that Inspire Award Manak pursuit for that. And that is target group students of class 6 to 12 across the India. Objective to nurture the creativity, originality, and innovatives in thinking among the school students, inspiring them to develop assist and solution for real world and challenges. Process student can be submit their the innovative ideas online through the scheme nomination portal, encouraging the widespread participation in early innovation cultures. Schools. Uttar Pradesh drone safety policy. Over the past few 4 months, and several FIRs have been filed in multiple arrested across Uttar Pradesh unauthorized drone usage and the spread of the rumors and drones gangs. To address this, the concerned state government has introduced a comprehensive drone safety policy, ensure regulation, accountability, and public safety. Key point to establish the strict monitoring and the regulation of drone operation both district and commissionerate levels. Ensure safe, lawful, and transparent use of the drones across Uttar Pradesh. Each district must maintain a dedicated register and recording detail of all the registered drones operators and local repair centers. Drone the monitoring committee, a district level committee will oversee all the drone related activities. Chairperson, district magistrate, DM, and members, seniors, and the superintendent of police, SSP, superintendent of the police, SP, and additional district magistrate, ADM. Responsibility monitoring drone and operation, ensuring the regulatory and compliance, and preventing the unauthorized use. Penalties: unauthorized drone operation will be strict penalty under the drone rules 2021 and other applicable and criminal laws. PM 2.1 levels and the Indo-Gangetic Plan IGP, according to report by the Center for Research on the Energy and Clean Air CREA, based on the data from that Central Pollution Control Board CPCB, among the 17 cities in the Indo-Gangetic Plan IGP. Key points: Varanasi has a top to list in the lowest PM 2.5 concentration among the 17 Indo-Gangetic Plain cities. Siliguri and Prayagraj share the second position, reflecting the comparatively better air quality. Ghaziabad remains the worst polluted, registering the highest PM 2.5 levels in the regions. Achha. The Indo-Gangetic Plain is a global air pollution hotspot, driven by the dense population, industrial and vehicular emission, agricultural resides, residue, and burning air, the unfavorable winter meteorology that traps pollutant near the surface. India's first animal birth control ABC training center. The Lucknow Municipal Corporation LMC has indeed established what is being described India as a first dedicated animal birth control ABC training center as a Jarhara in Uttar Pradesh. The center is a collaboration between the LMC, that the Animal Welfare Board of India, and Uttar Pradesh government in a partnership with the Human World for the Animal India. At its primary goals, it is a strengthen street dog sterilization program and improve the animal welfare practice. The center offers the 15 days training courses that include both the theoretical and practical component. Participant will gain the expertise in the dog handling, anesthesia administration, sterilization techniques, and post-operative care. तो देखिए अभी मैं इसमें लगभग 1.5-2 पेज पढ़ चुका हूँ, क्योंकि यहाँ से पढ़ रहा हूँ 2 पेज, तो कम से 2 या 3 पेज डेली पढ़ना हमको। तो मैं ये अभी 10 लाइन है पढ़ लेता हूँ। अभिनंदन दिवस, सॉरी अभिधम्म दिवस, ये दिया डायरेक्ट सीडेड राइस DSR कॉन्क्लेव 2025। एक दिया है यूपी लॉन्च द गुड समरिटन इनिशिएटिव। The Uttar Pradesh government launched a reward the initiative titled Rahveer under the Good Samaritan scheme to honor the individual who helped the road accident victim and reach the hospital within the capital's critical and golden hours. Originally, the conceptualized by the Union Minister of the Road Transport and Highway MORTS, and the Good Samaritan framework is being implemented by the state government and union territories across India to promote the timely assistance and save a life during the road emergency. The scheme recognizes and rewards individual who is act as a first responder during the golden hour, that is the first critical hour after the traumatic injury, when the immediate medical care on the save lives. And that is a का चल रहा है गुरु जी, चल नहीं रहा, वो थोड़ा करंट अफेयर्स है। हम्म हम्म only the current affair to discuss about that. The scheme recognize reward the individual who is act first responders and during the golden hours, that is first critical hour after a traumatic injury, where immediate medical care can save the lives. And RAG certificate, who are the 25 incentives will provide to the first responders, and for the each incident is multiple responder assist a victim to reward and share equally. An incentive will provide to the first responder eligibility. The scheme applies to major roads and accident involving motor vehicle where the victim sustains severe injuries and requiring more than 3 days and hospitalization and suffer from the brain or the spinal cord injuries. Direct seated rise as a DSR Conclave 2025. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath addressed the Direct Seated Rise SDR Conclave 25 International Rice Institute South Asia Regional Center and ISARC, and reaffirmed Uttar Pradesh goal of becoming the global food basket by 2030 in the alignment with its $1 trillion economic vision. He also launched a series of agriculture knowledge products and introduced a mechanization and innovation, and distributed many kits to farmers to accelerate modernization and technology adoption in the state's agriculture sectors. During a special session, the Making Uttar Pradesh the Global Food Basket by 2030, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath emphasized it. करंट अफेयर एनटीपीएससी में बहुत ज़्यादा है। अच्छा, Aditya emphasizes the Uttar Pradesh and a sustainable climate smart and teacher-driven agriculture transformation coinciding the 115th anniversary of the UP government and agriculture's. The Chief Minister underscored Uttar Pradesh commitment to strengthening the collaboration with the consortium, सही है, and international agriculture research. 2-3 पेज जो है इसमें पढ़ना है बस केवल. And centers CGIR including the international Rice Research Institute, the IRI, and it is to contribute that an international potato center CIP. And the Abhidhamma Divas. Next time is discuss about the Abhidhamma Divas, only the talk in English. Or reading this here only the 10 to 15 minutes and 90 minutes 54 seconds is also reading here. And this was very important topics in discuss both in and only discuss the men's examination up and civil services to take the enjoy and participate this contribute the times only the preparing for the interview and all also taken this your contribution is important for the and reference the points which includes here the both the times and we also take up the mind please context here the problem and save the problems next time is discuss about next topic is Abhidham Divas and Melanie Nanpara rails track to clear heritage routes and rat and Feldia infection goes down the new pay and only the discuss about December 2025 Uttar Pradesh current affairs and also discuss about the central level current affairs to be an October, November and only the 2 years current affairs to discuss about and this only the talk about this अब थोड़ा देख लेते हैं क्योंकि 20-21 में क्योंकि हमको आपसे 30 मिनट तक 20-25 मिनट तक रहना है अभी मैं इसमें बात कर रहा था बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस बने थे ना ऋत्विक घटक भानुमति रामकृष्णन वाज वन ऑफ दैट लिटरेरी परस्यूट ये दिया था ना यहाँ पर गुरुदत्त ओके इसमें गुरुदत्त होने बस एलिवेशन इंडिया सिनेमा इज डिस्कस गुरुदत्त कंट्रीब्यूशन विल द ट्रेजिक आयरनी हम रहें ना रहें हम तुम रहें ना रहें तुम हम ये दुनिया अगर मिल भी जाए तो क्या है कागज के फूल दैट इज द Gurudat regarded cinema not as merely as a profession but as an inseparable part of life and devoted himself. Yes. Struggle works like the Pyasa 1957 is a and Kagaz Ke Phool 1959 as autobiographical and protagonist who was a sensitive and artist that it poet rejected the society. He's a directional style that what time Guru Datta wanted Yojana magazine Indian cinema and established published in the November 2025. That is language in collaboration that legends Sahid Ludhanvi, Sakil Badayuni and S.D. Burman gave the both immortal song जाने वो लोग कैसे लोग थे वक्त ने किया या हसीन सितम so there's a many song to contribute that is the person who's legend here not is no more for that time this time I will take the enjoy these songs only the film Gurudat was an artist who is a sensitivity and a restlessness and set him the part of the masses. He was a director of the soul. Okay, this was his films are not is merely the watch, but is a deeply felt through a left that world too soon. That is a art remain immortals. Gurudat. No push no more pushover Deo and Goldie's glorious woman character. In the cinema, Goldie and Deo heroines will be the feisty and fearless and sensitive. And very importantly, flawed, they have the newest and inspired generation of that woman stand up with the counted. Kismat hai, it is moment that succinctly and express the ethics and values of two extraordinary and talent of the Indian cinema in 1960 film Kala Bazar, directed by the Goldie Aka Vijay Anand. In the film, Dev Anand plays a black marketeer of the film records. For the generation which wouldn't understand this, the black marketers back his ticket and the masses created a scarcity and sold the same ticket to other filmmakers. And when the heroines Alka played as a Wahida Rahman and that discovered this is the tears of the tickets in the front of the sock they on the side that is 1,000 rupees notes. Okay. When that finance fiance protest the assets अगर तुम्हें मेरा साथ चाहिए तो तुम्हें ऊपर उठना होगा if you want to with you will have to rise above dialogue है three things striking one must like Devanand Goldie Film Company and the Navketan meaning the nucleus where there's will the no pushover not only will that transformation into the hero to us higher values extremely nuanced and complex man characters. Well with Emma Devanand Goldie and progressive cinema Rosie in guide. Okay, in guide film. The third most striking point is the Indian film heroines, where the assert ethical and high ground emphatically Indian cinema, especially in the era where the woman would suffer sacrifice with that have no agency choice in their lives. Paradox of the passive heroines. When the cinema was heralded India as a depicting women, the creative and people took were the cues from that contemporary society. So the depiction woman is was mostly passive as a victim and educator and westernized liar player and the Nargis Dutt has to fall of the feel of the eponymous Avara Raj Kapoor it achieved the swarg. Okay. When did human lost power? That is Indian society is the question that was always mystified, made a mean to barely the millennia. Also, the Sanskrit word is especially coined to describe the learned, wise, argumentative woman. Vidusi women like the Gargi Mitrari went to the and respectable Sabha and argued that okay, the time they are the qualities and that where they have were knowledgeable, chatur, rational, and vibrant. Then what happens? And vibrant not with exact dates, women but a society. बस 4 मिनट और पढ़ना है, आधा घंटा पढ़ा जाता है, इंग्लिश रीडिंग किया जाता है डेली नहीं, आधा घंटा की तरफ से क्या समाचार ही है. Then what happened? They cannot exist wrong and sticks and position weekends, becoming the sub-aspirant within the family, and that their heroines give the a clarion call for the new kind of life informed progressive arts. Let me briefly give you the insight into the kind of the ethos and cultural. Two exceptional men came to Dev Sahab, Goldie Sahab, okay, where both is a crew. Now there's a multifaceted writer, producer, and director who recently published book legendary actor Devanand and his brother, acclaimed the filmmaker Vijay Anand. बहुत अच्छा अच्छा दिया है जी, इसमें पढ़ने मजा आता है, रियलिटी बता दे. गाइड फिल्म आया था ना, गाइड फिल्म देखे हम इसमें. सेल्फ अवेयर बिकम द इंटेलेक्चुअली एंड इमोशनली. अच्छा हाँ, ये सब यही चीजें है, देखा जाएगा फिल्म. हाँ, 12 फेल इमोशनली हाँ देखिए वो देखना है, लगा दे क्या देखोगे इसी पे. अरे 2 दिन में देखा जाए, 3 दिन में देखा जाएगा, थोड़ा आधा घंटा देखा जाए डेली, आधा घंटा 2 दिन में खत्म हो जाएगा. देखो मन का तो देख लेना चाहिए. दैट इज वाई द डेडिकेटेड वायलेंस एंड येट इंडियन wisdom with the happiness. That new ideas with the West, Goldie Anand, through the born in a small hamlet, Gurdaspur was raised in a cosmopolitan Bombay, now the Mumbai. Acha. Busting the metropolises and the melting pot is various culture, losing. And Anand, his sister-in-law, Uma Anand, and they came to not just surrogate parents to young Goldie, but were the influence in the shaping his curiosity with aesthetic choices. Uma Goldie made his fearless, opinionated. He was Umaji, who is a sensing, guided fear for writing, encouraging him to share of story that is right and that is elder brother. The film from the story becomes a iconic Taxi Driver 1976. Yes, absolutely. He's the elder brother Devanand with a sophistication and a cool quotient. That is hardly urban heroes, the Indian cinema. Roster of rebels. It is rebels. Hmm? Empowered young storytellers. अच्छा. ये हो गया मेरा. सब बहुत ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ना है, थोड़ा थोड़ा करना है वे. ये तो हमारा क्या है. अच्छा, कल बच्चों के लिए टेस्ट है इसका, मुगल एम्पायर का. Relation between alpha beta gamma, thermal expansion of the liquids. जो चीज मिल जाए real expansion, it is actual increase of volumes of liquid. Real expansion and gamma r. Real expansion and volume, initial volume rise in temperature, delta Vr and V into delta T. A relation between the gamma A and gamma R A and G, and real expansion of liquid, gamma H apparent expansion of liquids. The various intensity of the water with the temperature is shown in the figure. Thermal expansion gases, the volume coefficient that changes volume gas per unit volume per unit degree Celsius. Constant at pressure coefficient of volume expansion pressure coefficient that change in the presence of the gas per unit the Celsius, and the constant values are known as a pressure coefficient. Molar specific heat oscillation physics and force on current carrying conductor magnetic field and Fm IBL sin theta and I cross B. Sure. Magnetic force acting the current carrying the FIB ideal cos theta, it does not depend upon the force DF is always perpendicular to the B and ideal force between the two parallel current carrying conductor. F is 0.2 I1 up out 2 M2 L into a magnetic moment. This moment hits the B equal to 4 pi M upon RQ under 1 plus 3 dipole. Electromagnetic induction, the whenever the magnetic flux linked with the closed circuit change in the induced EMF is produced in the circuit due to the current induced in the circuit. This may last only the long as the flux just is the phenomena. नहीं, अब क्वेश्चन किसी का नहीं है. And to be to the types of electromagnetic induction, the self induction when the current through the coil change the induced current produced in the same coil. L equal to N phi upon I. क्या हुआ? Electromagnetic induction and the elementing current. Radioactivity. Motor physics, cathode ray property of cathode ray travel in straight lines. Cathode rays reflected and the magnetic cathode rays carry negative charges. अच्छा. Photoelectric effect. The electric emission of the electron from the surface. Based on law of the conservation of energy, the phenomena of the photoelectric. किसी का क्वेश्चन तो नहीं आ रहा है जी, पता नहीं कहाँ सब है. सब बराते चले गए हैं क्या? Laws of electric factor. There is no time to lag between the emission of electron and incident of light. Sure. Proportional of incident light depend upon the intensity of and this kinetic energy emitted electrons directly proportional to frequency of incident light. सर दिल्ली सल्तनत का कुछ क्वेश्चन बता दीजिए. कल आपका क्विज है इसी का, तो कैसे बताते हैं? मेरा सिस्टर है, करिए सर दिल्ली सल्तनत का कुछ क्वेश्चंस नहीं बता पाएंगे. कल क्विज है ना इसी का, तो इसको अपना क्वेश्चन को ढूंढ लीजिए. कल हम जो क्विज कराएंगे तब जो है तब होगा. इसमें तो हम बताएंगे तो जीत जाएंगे ना, तो बेईमानी हो जाएगा. बेईमानी नहीं करना है ना. अभी मेरे पास है बहुत सारे दिए हुए. ठीक है, तो आधा घंटा हो चुका है, क्योंकि ज़्यादा नहीं जुड़ेंगे. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन इसमें नहीं पूछा गया है. ये द पार्ट मेडुल इंडिया अरब एंड तर्क कॉन्क्वेस्ट. मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक, मोहम्मद बिन गजनी, मोहम्मद गौरी. द दिल्ली सल्तनत के बारे में है. पूरा दिया इसमें क्वेश्चंस. कल क्विज हो जाएगा तो इसके बारे में पढ़ा देंगे दिल्ली सल्तनत. अब बताए भी दिल्ली सल्तनत, क्वेश्चन लिखवा देंगे. में कौन कौन स्लेव डायनेस्टी, इलवरी डायनेस्टी, शमसुद्दीन इल्तुतमिश, रजिया सुल्तान, बलबन, द खिलजीज, जलाउद्दीन फिरोज खिलजी, अलाउद्दीन खिलजी, द तुगलक्स, गयासुद्दीन तुगलक, मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक, सब है तो फिरोज शाह तुगलक एंड द सैयद डायनेस्टी, द लोधीज, बहलोल लोधी, सिकंदर लोधी। उसके प्रोविंशियल किंगडम गुजरात, मालवा, बंगाल, जौनपुर, कश्मीर एंड मेवाड़। विजयनगर एम्पायर, संगम डायनेस्टी, हरिहरा, बुक्का, हरिहरा सेकेंड एंड देवराय, देवराय सेकेंड। मैनी ऑफ द एम्परर, द सलुआ डायनेस्टी, तुलुआ, सब दिया हुआ है कृष्णदेवराय। तो जितने भी क्वेश्चन है सब जो हम आगे चल के बात करेंगे। तो चलिए यहीं रहने दिया जाए क्योंकि आधा घंटा हो चुका है, क्योंकि अभी बहुत सारे काम करना हम लोग को। तो कल हम दिल्ली जो सल्तनत के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। जब क्विज हो जाएगा तो शाम को तब मिलेंगे, बताएंगे क्विज के बारे में। तो यहीं पर विराम दिया जाए क्योंकि आधा घंटा ज़्यादा हो चुका है। ठीक है, जो कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं बन के आ रहा तो हम क्या बताएं इसमें। ठीक, तो मिलेंगे कल। थैंक यू वेरी मच।